Woo! Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Game Aim Plus, where my aiming is gaming. I am your host, the boy G, and we gonna talk about it. Let's talk about it. All right. In this video, I am going to talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Early Days collection for the Nintendo Switch. All right. There is a lot of love and hate for Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories. Now, a lot would say that these are the memories that should be forbidden and forgotten of this game. But there's a lot of people that adore and love Forbidden Memories. I am one of them, okay? This was the first Yu-Gi-Oh! Game I have ever played. And it was the first Yu-Gi-Oh! Game ever to be, released in America. There were 3 Yu-Gi-Oh! Games before Forbidden Memories that came out, but they were only, of course, available in Japan. So we didn't get those, I believe 2 of them are already in the collection. But we're going to talk about Forbidden Memories being in the collection because it was actually a really good game. A lot of people slept on it back in the day, all right? I did not. Okay, I was fully awake, I was woke, I was there, I was playing. It's a weird game. It doesn't play like the actual original card game. Alright? This game is weird. It takes place back in the day, the old Egyptian days of, Atem and back in the day Yugi, you know what I'm saying, when he was a pharaoh and all this extra stuff. It was cool. They have, Joey, Taya, Seto Kaiba, they have them back then. But they don't go by those names. Joey, Seto Kaiba, and Taya. They don't go by those names. They go by their whatever names they have back then, Egyptian names, or whatever. That's what they gave them. I don't remember the names, whatever. I think one of the names is JoJo. I could be wrong. That could be Joey. I don't know. But the game is weird. Alright, the way you play this game is you can only play 1 card per turn. I know, sounds very weird. Like, oh, well, we can play Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I only play 1 card at a time? That's weird. That's not Yu-Gi-Oh! That's Yu-Gi 1. Yeah, I know. 1 card at a time. But it's weird because in this game, you can actually... This is like Rush Duel before Rush Duels. I'm gonna get to that right now. This game, you can fuse monsters right from your hand. Okay, without polymerization. There is no polymerization. Alright, there's no polymerization. You can fuse monster cards right from your hand. It's really weird. You can choose one monster of a certain type, then a monster of a certain type, and then they fuse and they go onto the field. Alright, you can get a monster that's a thunder type and a monster that's a dragon, and then when you fuse them, it becomes Thunder Dragon. Alright, it's weird. Alright, you can get a fire monster with some plant type, or a warrior with this type, or this type with that type. It goes by like the type, I believe. Okay, because it's weird. Because this game, when you start this game, it doesn't even teach you how to play. There is no tutorial. There's no, this is how you play, this is how you learn. Nah, you start the game, you play, you go, you learn yourself, work it out, figure it out. We don't know what to tell you. They don't even tell you what combinations, what make what card. What monster makes this card with this card. You can even fuse multiple. You can fuse your whole entire hand of 5 monsters if you want. And it'll do like it'll do a whole bunch of fusions, and then you gotta be careful because it can take you from a super high monster to a super low monster. This is why you have to know the monster combinations in this game. It's so weird. But back then it was amazing. This was the Yu-Gi-Oh! Game I was like waiting for, but not waiting for, because look, like I said, it was my first Yu-Gi-Oh! Game I ever played, and like I said, it was the first Yu-Gi-Oh! Game ever in America. So that's the game I got on. That's the game I played on the PlayStation. Leave me alone. I was hyped. I enjoyed the game. I mean, of course, it still got, the magic cards you get to play, and then there's actually some cards, I think magic cards you can fuse with monsters too, I believe. I could be tripping. I could be wrong. I don't remember. It's been a long time. But I really enjoyed myself with this game, regardless of the fact. Even though, like, halfway in the game starts getting very, very hard. Okay, of course, it starts out easy. You do your thing, you start out easily. And then, it starts to ramp up later on. It starts to get very difficult, and especially, like, the last 6 dudes you fight at the end, it gets real crazy. I've never gotten that far. This is just from, all the rumors, and then, from people that played the game and actually beat the game, and videos that I've seen and gameplay. I ain't never get that far. I didn't even, look, I already had enough hard time with the regular people. But it's all good because, listen, the game is good. The game is enjoyable. You got to give it a chance. All right. Like I told you, this game was the first in America. So there's no doubt in my mind that this game is going to be in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Early Days collection. All right, this game has not been confirmed yet, not yet, but it's like a no-brainer. Like I told you, it's the first game in America. Why would they not add that in the Early Days collection? It was the first game in the early days. It only makes sense. So you gotta add it in. You have to, right? There's no other explanation for this. Early Days collection, it makes sense. Throw it in with the other games. Like I said, two of the games that were only released in Japan that came out before Forbidden Memories, they're in the collection. So why wouldn't you add Forbidden Memories? Is that memory forbidden? Are you trying to make that an actual statement in real life? Because I hope you guys are not. All right, Konami, all of you little Yu-Gi-Oh people over there, throw Forbidden Memories. You gotta put it in the collection. I'm ready to. I want to play it. I want to play it again. And this time, I'm smarter. I'm an older adult now. I'm more smarter. I'm more strategic. I will learn the game better. I'm gonna go and play this game on the collection, and I'm going to beat it this time as a grown man. All right, I'm going to feel so accomplished when I finally beat this game. But I'm hyped. And this game is also cool because it has a lot of animations in here too. You'd be surprised. You know, it has animation of monsters when they pop out sometimes, or when you do fusion stuff, or some weird like ritual things. And it actually, like when you play Raigeki, like you see Raigeki, you see the electricity. Like it's crazy. And I believe Dark Hole also. You play Dark Hole, it does the. You see it like kill the monsters. Like it's crazy. This game was actually really good. Very complicated, very different. So people take that as a bad thing when they get into something new and different. But there's not always a bad thing. Forbidden Memories was actually a good game. I enjoyed myself. I don't know what happened to my PlayStation. I don't know what happened to my copy of Forbidden Memories. I really don't. It disappeared as I grew up and moved all over the place, I guess. It's gone. I don't know what happened to my copy. But if and when they do put Forbidden Memories in the Early Days collection, I'm going to play that game like nonstop. All right, I'm ready to play. And I know when you duel in that game, you get star chips at the end of your duels, and you use those star chips to go buy cards at the little card shop, Egyptian card shop, whatever. I believe Taya runs the card shop. I could be wrong, but. Yeah, the cards are actually very expensive too. So, you want to really rack up. You really got to grind in this game. You got to rack up these star chips and buy these cards. When you beat opponents in the game, they give you like one card per opponent. And I guess it's going to be a different card every time, but you don't know what it's going to be. You don't know what it's going to, you don't know nothing. All right. So, that's right. When I want to get into the rush duel thing too. Like when you all right, let's say you did fuse all the cards in your hand, all the monsters, right? And they make some super cool crazy monster. Oh my god, I have no more cards left. You don't gotta worry about that, because when your next turn comes up, you draw back 5 cards. You mean just like Rush Duel? Technically Rush Duel stole from Forbidden Memories, because in Forbidden Memories, like I said, yeah, you get all your cards back. You get 5 cards back in your hand. Boom, and it gives you another chance to get your fusions on, to put down cards you need to put face down, or activate any magic cards. Or did they even have trap cards? I don't even think I've seen trap cards as I was watching the gameplay, and I don't even remember from my mind. I can't remember if they had trap cards. But I do remember that they do have a bunch of magic cards, so I can tell you that for sure. But yeah, that's like super cool. I like that. And it came, the whole thing of getting all your cards back in your hand came back like 20 years later, but that's okay. I'm perfectly cool with that. Rush Duel, they took a little taste from Forbidden Memories, and I'm cool with that. Yeah, I ain't mad at it. But it's crazy because as I was watching the gameplay video, I was watching gameplays and reviews and stuff of the game, because I haven't played in so long. I had to refresh my memory, So that's cool that they had that you get to just reload your entire hand. So that's really cool. Yeah, man. The game don't tell you nothing. You gotta learn how to put these combinations of monsters yourself, and it creates a whole different monster. And yeah, there's no polymerization. You are the polymerization. You are. You better memorize on what monster type makes what into what, and what fuses and what makes into what monster. And the game has about almost 800 cards. All right, I think it's like 772 cards. I could be wrong, but just know it is almost 800 cards that is in the game, and you can create a whole bunch of crazy cards. And you can come up with your own thing of what you're going to do. You got 40 cards in your deck. That is the limit. That is it. I believe you cannot go more than that. It's only 40 cards, not 60. Sorry. 40, that's it. That's where you stop at. So, yeah, I really hope Forbidden Memories is going to be in the collection. It just has to be. It'd make no sense if it wasn't. Like, I don't understand. I would not understand if it didn't make it into the collection. I really would not. I don't know. There's like some really bad bias they got going on over there if they don't put this game in the collection. Like, it has to be, right? So, I don't know. That's all I pretty much got, man. You know, it's a great game. Give it a chance. It's weird, it's different, but give it a chance because you might actually like it. You never know. I did, and you know, it's weird, but I'm ready to play the game and actually beat it this time as an adult when they put it in the collection. So, yeah. That's all I pretty much got, guys. If you ever played Forbidden Memories, you know, if you did it and you want to play it, if you thought it was weird, did you like how the way it played? If you did it, I don't know. Put in the comments, talk to your boy, and let's chitty chat. But yeah, there you go, guys. Game Aim Plus. Please subscribe. Click that little bell button. That way, every time I upload a new video, it'll pop up on your phone. Like, you feel me, dog? You feel me? But yeah, y'all have a great morning, afternoon, night, whatever it is, wherever you're at. And I'll catch you in the next one. Booyah! Woo!